Alhaganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yasher Allah, Yahweh, Alhaganawa, Yahweh, Achad, Shemai, Yasher Allah, Yahweh, Alhaganawa, Yahweh, Achad. All right, Shalom Makyam. The high spirit we in Judah of the GMS Mississippi camp. Grab some right quick. Giving our honor and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashim Hawashai, Bahashim Rakak Kodash. I also want to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings, health and wellness to the house of David the elect. Shammai means here, Yasher Allah, Israel, Yahweh, the Most High, our power, Allahayim, Achad is one. So that's to say, hear, O Israel, Yahweh, our power is one. All right, and my attention is not on the camera right now because I got this Yerba Santa bundle. All right, just getting a little refresher. Just on my break. You know, face value it probably look like I'm smoking. They probably think I'm on a smoke break, but the reason why I'm doing this lesson, all right, because the scripture says, "Except those days be shortened." All right, and the scripture says, "Except those days be shortened, no flesh should be saved." It's something that I was thinking about. When I was younger, I used to have a fear of the concept of the end of the world, like Judgment Day. I remember they had a movie called Armageddon, and I had like a little children's Bible book that illustrated Armageddon is when basically the world gonna be destroyed and the Lord coming back. So even back then, not having full understanding of it, that still struck fear in me. All right, but now I've come to a realization that Yahweh Shai has to come back. I know his name now, but the Messiah, the Lord, he has to come back because if if there is not an end of the world, if there is not a judgment day, all right, if the Most High doesn't send his son back, then we're going to self-destruct. We're going to die on this planet, all right, because Esau, Edom is in charge of this world, man. All right. It tells you in Revelations, I believe it's 11 and 18, I will destroy him who destroyed the earth. All right. So you physically fucking destroy the earth. All right. But you also culturally destroy the earth. All right. You have countries whose death rate is higher than their birth rate because women have been fucking liberated, man. And I don't say liberated like I'm hating on them, like they should have never been liberated, but you should have never been liberated outside of your God given roles, man. All right? You got countries like, I want to say in Japan, where the population has decreased, it's a lot. The population has decreased, all right, in the millions because of women's liberation, and women choosing careers over motherhood, man. And it sounds promising and it sounds enchanting, all right, but it yields death. All right, the alphabet community that yields death. All right, abortion directly yields death. Getting your tubes tied. All right, like I said, two men being with each other. It tells you in the book of Romans that that's what caused the first death. All right, we're in the this is the pre-flood generation, and I believe a lot of brothers believe that this is the same generation coming back that got destroyed by the first freaking flood, man. It's a free a pre. Do you know how anti Yahweh the first generation on earth was? That pre-flood generation, the wickedness had waxed worse and worse, man. Okay, it illustrates in the Wisdom of Solomon 14 what everybody was doing before that first flood, man. Changing of kind, all right, adultery, murderer, backstabbers, just named a bunch of characteristics that's reflective of what you see today, man. Idolatry, there we go. Romans 1 and 26. For this cause Yahweh gave them up unto vile affections. For even the women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. And one of the natural use is your femininity, is your motherhood, is you giving birth in your fertile years. All right. But ultimately, your natural use is getting with a man. All right. So you women, you're anti-man, you're anti-masculinity. All right. But then you got your straight hair, your blonde hair. Then you've adopted the culture of the fucking Romans. All right. That's against the natural use. But that was a pre-flood mindset back then. Even in Egypt, the roles had reversed with women in Egypt to where the women would go out and work and the men would stay home. Verse 27. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burn in their lust one toward another. Alphabet gang niggas, man. Men with men working that which is unseemly and receiving in themselves that, I think is damnation. The scripture cut off. Let me see. Yeah, the scripture cut off, but it's all good. All right. I'm sorry. Receiving in themselves that recompense of their error, which is meat. And that's why almost half of homosexual black men have that pack, man. Matthew 24:37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right, Con. What's that verse? It says, for in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. All right. So until the day that the flood came, man. All right. So this is the pre-flood. Hey, Shalom, elder. Hey, Yahweh Shema Shah Brakatah. Hey, this is a pre-flood era, man. But like I said, when I was younger, I used to always fear, because, you know, that was back in the late 90s, and they were talking about Y2K, and, you know, and they were speculating that would be the end of the world and all the computers would crash. So I was a young one back then, man. Not even 10, you know? So I was afraid. I was, you know, and plus before I knew about the Y2K, I had little, you know, simplified Bibles, and I always skip to the back where they would talk about Judgment Day, and that put fear in my spirit, man. So I always had a fear of the second coming. But now I see if there is no second coming, we're gonna fucking die. All right, if your diet don't kill you, street culture gonna kill you. All right, if your street culture don't kill you, just inhaling this earth is gonna kill you, man. Inhaling this air is gonna kill you. How can your air, your life force, be polluted? How did, like, if I have a fish tank, man, all right, if I turn that filter off, fish start dying. If I neglect to turn my if I neglect to keep my filter running, fish start dying. That's their air. They suck the air out that water through their gills. But here we are, just like fish on Earth, and it's chemtrails flying over our heads, man. People are dying for reasons they don't fully know, because the atmosphere is polluted, man. Life is polluted. Think about it. You're dying from eating food. You're dying from eating food, man. All right? You have a generation that doesn't produce another generation. Hey, I didn't look it up myself, forgive me, but Kanye West said in his rant that in the state of New York, amongst like the so-called black community, because of the high abortion rate through liberalism, all right, the death rate is higher than the birth rate in the city of New York. You know? So we have a generation that's not producing another generation. So if Yahweh Shai doesn't come back, we're fucked, man. And you know, you don't want to use strong words, but damn it, well, you know, sometimes, you know, the spirit be, you know, you driving, there's some big dirty truck in front of you, an 18-wheeler, but it's emitting those poisons, man, and we just numb to it, man. All right, what the fuck is candy? You know, 90% of the things you buy in the store, it doesn't even grow on trees, it doesn't grow in the earth, it is bullshit. You know? Hey, and then I was I'm not gonna keep ranting, I'm gonna keep it short. Hey, but that's why it says in another Sirach, I think it's 37, and you can correct me on the comment board if that's not it, but it says make the time short, man. Make the days short. Show new wonders. Raise up prophets. Get us out of here, man. Because it's known that when you raise up prophets, we're in the end of an age, man. All right? But hey, that's pretty much it, man. I hope you brothers and sisters were edified, you know? I hope you brothers and sisters were edified, man. But and let's accept those days be short. We're going to die. Don't y'all understand that? You have Israelite communities and camps that they don't really push the coming of Yahushua. They want to build a fringe Wall Street here. Nigga, we gonna fucking die. Bill Gates buying up all the land. All right, they finna, you know, cut off the food source. Even if they didn't do that, the fact that the culture, everybody is under the wine of the wrath of the great whore, it doesn't engender life. All right. All right. Second Ezra 2:13. Go and ye shall receive. Pray for few days, beautiful, unto you, that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. That's why it says in St. John 14:2, in my father's house are many mansions. I go and prepare a place, man. All right. That's why Yahweh Shai was grooming the disciples for a new age to come, not this Roman crap, man. 2 Peter 3:1. All right. Looking for and hasting until the coming of the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved. Salat. Wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, thermonuclear fire, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. That nuclear wind dissolving all of Esau's creations. All right. Sirach 36:6. There we go. Show new signs, and I stand corrected. It was chapter 36. All right. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary. Who's the adversary? I was finna say the ops. Who's the opposition? Esau Edom, man. He's that counselor on earth, man. And destroy the enemy. All right, make the time short. Remember the covenant and let them declare thy wonderful works. All right. Let him that escape be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people. Esau Edom. All right. Smite and sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but us. All right. Going back to Psalm 83. Well, all the elites of the other nations made a covenant to keep us down and ultimately to destroy us, man. But with that, I hope you brothers and sisters were edified. Ate the water for tapping in. Till the next time, Shalom.